I'm Jamey Dettman. I have been dancing with Tantrum since the beginning, which was 2020 or 2019. One of those, I was there.
What are you excited for Temper Tantrum this year?
I'm really excited to participate in a bunch of new projects that we've been talking about and doing. We did a bunch of pitches and like ideas for the orientation day that we had, so it's really exciting to see like all the possible things you might be able to do. I'm excited for more camera and stage performance to kind of have like a balance of both, and hopefully to get some industry jobs too. That'd be pretty sick.
You were once a child actor. Has that past life on camera shaped the way you captivate audiences now as a dancer?
I struggled with like acting as a kid for a bit. I loved it. No, I loved it so much. But it just wasn't what I wanted to do anymore. I wanted to be like a normal kid and go to school and all that stuff. So I stopped that. But now, I think I draw from that experience because I know certain things about like smiling or posing or turning out for the camera or like those kind of things. But I think it has shaped it in a way because now I always refer back to that instead of like doing something more like serious or more mean or more adult or something like that. Like I'm stuck in the like really happy child thing, I think. But I don't know. I think it's pretty fun though. I think I was able to learn a lot from that, so I know a little bit more about acting in front of the camera and just being normal in front of camera without feeling like weird because the camera is there in a way.
If you could name a signature move after something totally random, like a favorite snack or an animal, what would it be called and why?
I think my move is like I do something like this, but you know, that's a joke. And I think what would be a random way to name it? I keep thinking of hot Cheetos, so I'm gonna hot Cheetos. Or I do my wavy shit. Call it the octopus. Octopus works.
You mentioned dance helps you express feelings when words aren't enough. Can you tell us about your first emotional freestyle performance and what made you finally ready to share that raw emotion with an audience?
My first emotional freestyle was actually at the first Temper Tantrum retreat. We finished all of the team building exercises and activities that we had for that main day, but afterwards we literally everybody was just downstairs freestyling on the carpet for like hours. It was like 6-7 hours after the activities that we did. We were each just going one by one, and it started with like challenges and just expressing and all that stuff, and then it became like very, very deep. Like everybody was picking songs that like they had cried to, like they had really like shed tears to, they had really like had strong feelings with. They were each picking those songs and freestyling things that they never had before. And I've never freestyled like to express deep emotion like that. It's always just been like entertainment or just trying to learn how to freestyle in the first place. So it was a lot, and I broke down afterwards, and everybody like hugged me and stuff. That happened with a few other dancers too, but it that kind of like raw feeling and that family feeling, or not family, I guess, that raw feeling and that like togetherness feeling that was shared when we were doing that at the retreat. It made me feel so safe and really grounded. And like the reaction I think I got from that, like the safety and the groundedness and people, you know, exclaiming that they're there for me, I think that was what made me ready to show more like raw emotion and stuff like that. Other than just like the happy entertainment thing, I was able to be like, this is who I am as a person, like this is what made me who I am, and all that kind of stuff.
You mentioned America's Best Dance Crew, particularly So Real Crew, Super Crew, and Quest Crew, as significant influences. How have these inspirations shaped your creative vision?
I think these have shaped my creative vision a lot because in my head, I keep thinking of like, okay, this would be great for competition. Like this would be great as like a team performance. I see things mainly as like a group of people dancing rather than just one specific person dancing. So it's hard for me to make a choreo that's like just I'm gonna do it somewhere on stage or I'm gonna do it behind a camera and I'll be alone. Like it's harder for me to visualize it than it is for me to visualize it in a bigger group of people. But aside from that, I also I love seeing tricks, and I would love to learn more than I have, and like the diversity of like whether it was mostly breaking from Super Crew, or if it was like dirty hip hop and raw like So Real Crew, or if it was like a combination of like entertainment, hip hop, breaking, and just like crowd pleasingness from Quest Crew. I think I was able to draw like each of those things, and I wanted to inspire the same emotions that those teams inspired in me, like the happiness and the inspiration and just like entertainment. Like I had a great time just watching them, so I want to bring that to other people too.
Your early mentors, Bliss and Liselle Marie, played pivotal roles in your development. What essential lessons from them do you still carry in your performances today?
One thing from Liz, especially, is that the first time I ever danced with her, she pulled me aside, and she told me, "I need you to look up. Like, I need you to look up from the floor. I need you to look up." She's like, "I've seen your moves. You've already proven yourself that you deserve to be here. So act like it." And that did a lot for me. That did a lot for me, and I still think about that. She's like, you literally deserve to be here. Like, you already earned it. That's why you're here. So act it. Yeah. From Bliss, I learned a lot because he taught me from when I was in high school to my adulthood. So there was different lessons I was able to take from like all across the years. Like one NSFW, I guess, one was, he said, "Earn your pussy." So like, dance like you earned it, and like staying grounded in general, growing the fuck up, because when I was a kid, or when I was a kid in the dance team, everybody in that dance team was like, oh, hee hee, giggling like whenever there was something more like sultry or serious or like deep of a move. You would literally just like grow the fuck up and get over it and do it, and like it helped a lot, and I still think about that. I still think about just get over it. I know it's a really simple phrase, but it actually does do a lot of wonders. Like, it means a lot.
You faced a challenging year but continued to push your craft forward. Can you recall a single defining moment where dance became your anchor amidst the chaos?
I did go through a really tough year, and I think I'm still struggling with some of it, but it was a lot of like personal, family, financial, future things in general. It was like everything was toppling on top of each other, and everything was connecting, and it got really hard to just kind of get out of bed or get out of the house and be a person, or to like go to school, go to work, go to rehearsal. It became really hard to just like live, basically. So I think one single moment where dance defined it was when I did eventually come back to rehearsals, and like I felt the warmth and like protectiveness of everybody in the team. Like, nobody was asking like, where have you been, like what's happened, like what was going on. All they cared about was that I was there, and like that meant so much already. But then even when I started dancing, like I started giggling, like once I was doing the moves that I knew, once we were going over actually Lauren's piece, We Found Love. The day I came back was the day that we were casting, we were blocking, we were doing that one. And I remember that from the last year, and that was one of my favorite pieces that I really like put my whole body and soul into. So that being the day that I came back, I was just laughing the whole time, and it was just this uplifting feeling, and I feel like I don't ever want to give that up. I don't ever want to be away from that, you know. That's it. I love you. Unless I don't.